Some things children remember forever, not because we taught them, but because they saw us live them. Hi friends, I'm Meet Shukla and you're watching Balmurti Online, an initiative by the Unified Growth Foundation. Today's episode, what kind of echo are you leaving for your child? Written by Manisha Shukla, also known as Ojaswini, invites us to look beyond parenting techniques and into the quieter imprints we leave on our children. Through our stories, our habits, our respect for traditions, and our everyday gestures. In a world chasing fast moments and fleeting memories, this is a call to return to what truly stays. The tone of your voice, the strength of your patience, and the echoes that shape generations. Now, before we begin, if you are only listening and not watching this podcast, make sure to check out our channel for the video version of this very same episode. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more parenting videos like this one.
Priya, my little nephew's birthday was last week.
Oh yeah?
And my goodness, it was a massive affair.
Okay.
You know, the giant themed cake, a professional photographer, decorations everywhere, the whole 9 yards.
Acha, sounds grand. But let me take a wild guess.
Hmm.
Was it a party designed more for the perfect Instagram album than for the little boy himself?
You know it all too well. It was lovely, but it made me wonder.
What?
Are we busy celebrating the people in our lives, or are we just busy celebrating the celebration itself?
Are, that's such a sharp observation. It's so true na. It takes me straight to this wonderful article I was reading from the Balmurti Online project.
Oh,
The piece is called Echoes of Tradition.
echoes of tradition. I like the sound of that. Tell me more.
It's written by Manisha Shukla, who also writes under the name Ojaswini.
Okay.
And it talks about exactly this dilemma.
Right.
How we celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day with so much energy and expense.
Yeah.
Which is sweet, of course, but then it draws a comparison to how our parents or grandparents experienced festivals.
Ah, now I get you. I remember the buzz in the house for Diwali or Holi would start weeks in advance.
Right?
The trips to the crowded market, decorating the house together, the aroma of homemade sweets.
Yes, the article beautifully calls those moments memories in the making. It wasn't a one-day event. It was a whole season of emotion, effort, and meaning.
Yeah.
The writer suggests we don't have to abandon our modern ways, but we can enrich them by blending in the old.
That's a beautiful practical idea. Like next time we could get the kids to sit with their nani or dadi and learn to string marigold garlands.
Exactly.
Or just listen to stories about how they celebrated as children. A little bit of their time, a little bit of ours.
Exactly. A fusion that creates unforgettable moments. But Arav, the article went even deeper.
Oh,
It had this section about our parents, calling them the unseen warriors.
unseen warriors. That's perfect. It's so true. We so easily forget the million quiet sacrifices that shaped our lives.
Right? And we think an expensive gift or a social media post once a year is a good enough tribute.
Yeah.
The article argues that what our parents would truly cherish is our time.
Right.
A simple evening walk, watching an old movie with them, or just a long leisurely dinner with real conversation. Those are the gifts that last.
That is the real tribute. It's not about grand annual gestures,
No.
but about small, daily, intentional acts of love.
But Arav, the one line from the article that truly stopped me in my tracks was this.
Okay.
The children rarely do what we say. They imitate what they watch.
Wow, that's incredibly powerful and a little terrifying if I'm being honest.
Right?
It means they are a constant audience.
Yes.
They see how we speak to our own parents, how we deal with stress, how we show affection,
Everything.
everything.
Precisely. The article says our actions are like fingerprints we leave on a child's heart.
Wow.
We are constantly, whether we know it or not, we are creating their emotional blueprint.
Right.
We have to model what we want our children to be.
So, when I see my friend snapping at the delivery guy and then turning around to tell her son, Beta, you must always be polite.
Yeah,
The child isn't hearing the words. He's watching the action.
right.
He's learning to snap. He's echoing what he sees.
Exactly.
And this is where the power of storytelling comes in, something the article highlights. It says we should use festivals like Janmashtami or Raksha Bandhan to share our mythology.
Right.
When a child asks why Holika burnt but Prahlad was safe, it's a golden opportunity to discuss faith, perseverance, and the triumph of good. These stories become their moral anchors. That reframes everything. We are not just passing on rituals or superstitions.
No.
We are passing on timeless values disguised in a little bit of magic.
You mentioned this was part of the Balmurti online project, managed by the Unified Growth Foundation. It sounds like they're fostering some very important conversations.
They really are. The whole piece is an invitation to pause and reflect.
Okay.
Poetically, it ends by asking, what tone do your words carry? What energy do your silences hold?
Wow.
What kind of echo will your life leave behind? Because the sound you send out today becomes the voice your children will speak with tomorrow. That's a beautiful and sobering thought to carry with us. This isn't just a manual for parenting, is it? It's a guide for living a more conscious and meaningful life.
It truly is. A life whose echo reflects love, wisdom, and grace.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. What is one small, meaningful tradition from your own childhood that you could blend into your life today to create a richer echo for the future?
Long after the decorations are packed away and the holidays forgotten, children carry something deeper. The way you celebrated, the way you loved, and the way you lived. This episode isn't asking for perfection, just presence. Because the echo you leave today becomes the voice your child grows into tomorrow. Let us know what part of today's reflection stayed with you. Drop it in the comments. Your story may be the echo another parent needs. And if you found this meaningful, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on our social media and visit our website for more thoughtful conversations like this one. Namaskar.